welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. My name is Kelthos, and in the last episode we had gone back into Junon after saving that little girl, and we talked to the grandmother, and she thanked us and let us rest there. And then the next day there was we heard this marching music that you can hear now from above, and we went out there to see what was going on, and the little girl woke up and we checked on her and saw how she was doing, and she gave us a amulet that'll help us summon Shiva. And then we asked her what was going on, and she said that they were that Shinra was up above getting ready to welcome Rufus, and so we found a way up there with the help of her dolphin, because there's like high voltage wires or something, so we had to have help getting boosted up there. And then we did that, and we had to dress up as a soldier and pretend to be a soldier, and we still are pretending to be a soldier. And we had to do some kind of march that we completely failed, and the guy was pissed off, so he's making us do another thing that we're gonna have to do soon. And we went to the weapons shop, and we went to the materia shop. Now we were checking out the item shop when I had to go. So in this episode we're going to continue checking this out, see if there's anything we need, and then continue on from there. So here we go. Oh, a soldier, welcome. Buy 2 of those, please. Whoops, not 11. 2 of those. Yeah, buy 3 of those. We don't need any of those because we bought the revive thing. Got 4 of those, 2 of those, buy 1 more of those to make it even. Buy 2 more of those. Buy 2 more of those. Well, we can't. We only have $100. Never mind. What's in here? Oh, there's a dog. Hello. Hello, doggo. Can I talk to you, or are you just gonna ignore me? Hey, could they do that? Nobody woke me up. Oh, how could they do that? Nobody woke me up. What are you talking about? Okay then. Guess there's nothing in this part. That's a little dude. Oh, a 135th soldier. That does absolutely nothing in the game, but it's an item to pick up. We got a mine source, and then there's another item here. A luck source. Nice. Okay, there's nothing else here, so let's go up here. Power source. I'm not going to the parade. The road to becoming soldier first class is very difficult. Yes, it is. I would know, because I became one. Guard source. Hello, doggo. Can I please get out of here? There we go. I was stuck for some reason. Alright, I guess that's it for this place. Get out of here. Actually, let's go back in there, because there's supposed to be more shit you can do in here, but I wasn't able to do that for some reason. Hello? Hey, how could they do that? They didn't wake me up. Okay. And I can't find the uniform I left in my locker either. I wonder where I forgot. Or... what? I wonder where I forgot it? Is that what he's saying? I know-it-all, huh? Alright, come in. How do you know I'm a know-it-all? I didn't say a word to you. This is a respectable inn. Guests only. You should absorb all the wisdom until it is a part of you. Okay? Yeah, I heard you. I just thought you had more to say. Okay, Mr. Know-It-All, ex-soldier, let me review. What do you want to review? ATB. The ATB means active time battle. It's a system in which time continuously runs during battle. If the ATB is changed to wait in the config menu, time stops during the battle while you select magic or an item. That lets you select your commands carefully. It's geared especially for beginners like you. In the config menu, if you change from A to B to recommended, time will stop while magic or other item effects are displayed. This lets you watch the effects carefully, letting you fight at your own pace. This is the way to go. I always use active mode, but choose what you want, that's all. Yeah, I think we have it on wait. Or recommended or something. On-screen numbers. During a battle, white numbers that appear on the screen indicate damage, and green numbers indicate recovery points. Remember that if you don't want to be wiped out. Okay? Change and defend. Change will change your fighting position to either the front row or the back row. Yeah, we know that. If you select the back row, the amount of damage you receive is reduced, but so is your attacking power. Change can be selected from the battle menu by pushing the left directional button. You can also select defend from the battle menu by pushing the directional button to the right. Defend will reduce your damage by half until your next turn. It's better to use defend for strong enemies. Of course, I don't need anything like that. Of course you don't, because you're just the best. Escape. I don't know too much about escape during battles since I never do it, but someone like you might need it. You can escape by holding down page up and page down in battle. Well, it's different because I'm using a controller, but yeah. Basically R1 and R2, I think. Or R1 and L1. Gauges. It might be hard to understand this next one since you can't check it right now, but just listen. I'm talking about the gauges displayed during battle. The time gauge shows the time remaining until your next turn in battle. You can enter a command once the gauge is full, but if you don't want to enter a command, press the menu button to skip to the next person. This is good when you want to make Barrett work. The limit gauge increases as you receive damage, and when it is full, you are able to use a limit technique. The limit gauge doesn't reset after each battle, so it will build up the more damage you get in battle. The trick is knowing when to use it instead of using it as soon as it becomes available. You may already know this, but I'll tell you anyway. Status has two conditions, Fury and Sadness. Fury speeds up your limit gauge but decreases your concentration. Sadness slows down your limit gauge but also decreases the damage you receive. Keep this in mind. The barrier gauge shows the time available for special magic effects. The top gauge, barrier, defends against attacks, and the bottom gauge, magic barrier, defends against magic spells. Both reduce the amount of damage by half, but disappear after several uses. Always keep an eye on the barrier gauge when using barrier and magic barrier spells. That's all. Check them out next time you're in a battle. Statuses. Status simply means the status of the characters. I don't want to repeat myself too much, so I'll mention the main points. Sleep, cannot enter command until awakened, yeah. Poison rapidly decreases HP, yeah. Fury doubles the damage, but reduces the concentration. Tranquilizer cures it. Sadness reduces damage, hyper cures it. Petrify turns you into stone. If the entire party is petrified, you'll get wiped out. Confusion, you cannot distinguish between enemy and ally. Silence, you cannot cast any magic. Paralysis, time gauge stops and you cannot enter commands. Darkness reduces attack and concentration. Frog turns you into a frog. I hate this. Phew, I'm tired. Changed status can be changed with magic and items, so always double check it when you buy things. Elementals. Elementals are special materia that come with magic and weapons. You have to use this to your advantage in battle. Only once you start thinking in terms of elementals can you truly be called an intermediate player. Here are some examples. Remember, they're just examples. You don't have to memorize them. Fire effect works best on animals and water monsters. Ice effect works best on fire monsters and things that hate the cold, which would be fire monsters. Lightning effect works best on mechanical things. Earth attacks using the earth's power doesn't work on flying enemies. Poison's enemies doesn't work on any poison-based enemies, obviously. Gravity-based attack. These hurt if they hit. Water calls on the earth's water, works well on fire monsters. Wind calls up the winds, works well on flying enemies. Holy summons the planet's power, works well on dark monsters. Using opposite elementals often is effective in battle. Using the same elementals usually increases defense, but the reverse is also true, so watch out for it. To find out what elementals an enemy has, you need sense materia. Once you get it, try it out. I have it, and I have not tried it out. Help. If you don't understand what I just told you, I guess you just have a limited capacity for information. But relax, push assist during battle. Help message should explain the different commands to you. I'll tell you things like the monsters' names. It'll tell you things like the monsters' names. Even I look at it sometimes, so don't be ashamed to use it. That's all. Alright, now I need to go to config. Go to sound. Turn down the music volume again. To like 6, sure. It just seemed loud still. Okay, Mr. Know-It-All, ex-soldier, let me review. What do you want to, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we already did that. What about you, sir? Not doggo. This is the beginner's hall, intermediate. Your explanations were so complicated, I couldn't return to the planet, so I have a right to ask you again. What? What do you want to know? How to save? Alright, we already know about saving. We already know how to cure party members. So let's read about curative magic. Now I'll tell you how to use curative magic. First, access the menu and select magic. Next, select who will cast a spell. Pick an ally equipped with the restore materia. You can select another party member by using the page up, page down button, which is different. And here, it's just this. Now remember that. What? Remember what? This is magic you can use. This is monsters you can summon. And this is enemy techniques that you've learned. Whenever magic is selected, the available magic appears on screen. You would select it from the menu. Blah, blah, blah. I accidentally skipped that. I think potion is pretty expensive, so when you're near an inn, you can restore MP. It's better to use curative magic rather than a potion. Yeah, that's true. Then you use MP instead of money. We already know about weapons and armor. We already know how to apply materia. Effective ways to use materia, sure. Access the menu if you find materia. There's a lot of different materia around. This is one of them. It's called all materia. Yeah, it allows you to... If you equip this alone, nothing will happen. I already know about this one, kind of. It's a little tricky, but I'll tell you anyway. Now look at my weapon. Look closely at those two slots. They're joined together. Those linked slots. You've got to remember to put it into linked slots. Different materia will affect each other, but only if the slots are linked. Just to show you, let's put some all materia into the slot and lightning in the other slot. Now we can use bolt on all the enemies. I think you can only do it once though. Combine different things and you'll come up with different results. Combining restore and all. Yeah, you can heal everybody. Yeah. For example, restore and lightning. Bolt and cure can be used normally, but there won't be any compound effect. What? Specialized materia like all is called support materia. You can tell the difference just by looking at the materia's color. Yeah, blue is support materia and green is regular. This may sound weird, but did you know that materia grows on its own? Even if one of your allies uses it, it will continue to grow with each battle. As its level increases, so will the effects of the magic you can use. Nice. But it can only work twice or more times as it grows. What? Oh, it can work twice or more times. And when you get it to the master level, materia will divide itself, almost like it's giving birth. But that master materia won't grow past that. When you can't take on more materia, you'd better sell it or dump it on someone. Okay. You can see the useful functions here. Arrange, exchange, remove all, and trash. Yeah. Oops, relax, I wasn't gonna dump it. Let's see, this is a special menu for you. You can exchange all material you have between allies. Okay. That's gonna be easier than what I was doing, even if they're not in your party. Now about material's growth. What weapon or armor is put into it? Oh, it depends on what weapon or armor is put into it. Some will double in growth while others won't grow at all. In most cases, the materia's effect won't change. Oops, I accidentally skipped that. But elemental and added effects have completely different effects depending on whether they're put into weapons or armor. Okay. Oops, I forgot to turn on the timer. You've got to think about what weapons or armor you use and what material combinations will be the strongest. Wow, extraordinary material somewhere in the... Oh, I've heard about extraordinary material somewhere in the world. I think I've told you just about everything I can. Okay. Battle formation, checking statuses, limit techniques, other. I think you know the basics, but just in case, do not open the CD-ROM drive, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to worry about that. We're on a computer. If you open the drive, you can't guarantee anything at all. Okay. You got nothing to teach me. I'll take that enemy skill. Okay, expert, enlighten us on limit techniques, why don't you? I don't have too much to say about that. Developing limits. There are two basic ways of building up your limit techniques. First, just use them. Second, to finish off as many enemies as possible. It sounds easier than it is. Everyone knows that when you gain a new limit technique, you need to select it in the menu, and if you know that you won't be able to use advanced techniques on each level if you haven't used the basic ones. Since the type and growth for each limit technique is different, that's about all I will say. Okay. Extreme limits. A long time ago I heard extreme techniques exist within the limit techniques, but if that's true, you wouldn't be able to get it in any normal way. That's about all I know about that. Yeah, I've never had an extreme limit that I remember. That's it. Okay, now you. Okay, wise guy, I'll ask about materia just so you can let off some stress. You're right. What? Growth materia. First off, the main points. Some types of materia, like magic, grow as you use them. Some, like summoning magic, grow from being used once a battle to several times per battle. Their effectiveness changes too. There are all kinds. Some types don't change, but they must grow in order to be divided, and that's it. Maybe that sounded too official. Not really. Kinds of materia. Types of materia, here goes. Independent materia enables abilities, no linking required. Support materia is used with command, magic, and summon materia. You must equip them in linked slots or they won't be any good. Command materia lets you use new commands. There are lots of different kinds of materia, so you'll never get bored. One called attack changes itself. Magic materia is easy. You can use magic, and as your level increases, you'll learn new magic. Summon materia lets you use summon magic. As your level increases, the number of times you can use it in a single battle increases. This is one of my favorites. And there you have it, the 5 types of materia. Combinations of materia. There's no single way to combine materia, so here goes the basics. Support materia, the basic combination is magic all. Yep. The variety of magic you can cast will increase as your magic level increases. When your all level increases, so does the number of times you can use it in a battle. That about covers it. Huh? Wait a second. You can change between magic all and magic with page up, page down, which isn't. It's not page up, page down. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. I'll bet you've probably already done this. One effective combination is elemental and summon materia. If you equip this combination to your weapon, you can put magic and summon elementals on your weapon. For example, if you equip fire elemental to your sword, you will end up with fire elemental sword. I'm getting off the subject. If you equip fire and elemental to your armor, it will have twice the resistance to fire damage. Oh, okay, cool. Now this is important. When the elemental levels in your armor increases, so will their effectiveness. From half damage to no damage absorb. If you combined elemental and fire, you could develop fire-absorbing armor. Wait, there's more. Next is the added effect for support materia. The added effect materia grafts the effects of compound status materia into your weapons and armor. For example, equip added effect plus poison to your weapon and select attack. Sometimes you'll make a poison attack. Of course, it doesn't always work. If you don't combine the added effect materia with status change materia like confusion or time, you won't get any effect. To learn more about added effect, access the menu and select the status. It's a little hard to get, but if you take your time, you'll be alright. Yeah, it's very confusing to me. Divisions of materia. Division. I'm pretty good at this. People tell me that my personality is divided, but I don't think so. But maybe it is. Anyhow, it kinda is. Once your materia reaches the maximum level, it will divide. The original materia will no longer grow. Once that happens, all you can do is use it as it is. New materia always starts out with 0 AP, so you need to raise its levels. Of course, once the new materia reaches its max, it'll divide. That's how you increase your materia collection. Haha, right now I feel like I'm dividing myself. What? You're weird, dude. How? Number of materia that you may carry. Once materia starts dividing, you must be careful. There's a limit to how much materia you can have. Since we're fighting for the life of the planet, it goes against my beliefs to carry too much materia. But anyway, I don't really care, but I'll leave it up to you. That's why the amount of materia that we can have is limited to 200. Okay. Only what we can equip. When you have too much materia, you need to dispose of some. If you don't, you can't take on any more. So ditch some materia before that happens. I mean, give them back to the planet. Yeah, so you don't care about the planet as much as you were saying. The rest is a secret. What? How is it a secret? Don't be a douchebag there, Mr. Cloud. Alright, I believe that is it for this area. And get out of here. Alright, let's get down here to the save point so then I can leave because my timer's about to go off. Hi. President Rufus is being sent off at the port. Okay. I gotta go this way. Oh, there's the timer. I believe this is the right way, but I don't know for sure. Hold on one second while I figure this out. Okay, let's check this way first. What is it? The elevator's out of order for an inspection. You know, right under us is a what? Is a what? Mako Energy puts a lot of wear and tear on the machinery. A lot of problems can pop up, so it's necessary for close inspections and maintenance. He was basically saying that below us is a submarine place and an underwater Mako reactor. Oh, how's it going? If you're looking for Junon Dock, it's over there. Okay. This way. Okay, one of these is where I need to go. The president is safe because we're here. That's some more Turks that we can check out in the next episode. Alright, I guess in the next episode we'll find a save spot and continue on and see if we can't do the next thing we gotta do for the Shinra people and see if we can't get on with the mission. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you see, I suggest you subscribe to my channel so you can see the new videos I post every single day. And if you really like the videos, I'd really like it if you could leave a thumbs up and a comment. That way I could have some interaction on my channel and know that people are actually watching and actually care. And if you want to know when I post my videos, exactly when I post them, the best way to do that is to turn on your notifications as well. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.